What's up, people of YouTube? This one, bringing you guys another video to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the PPSH 41 class that is going to change Warzone as we know it. Now, we know that the FFAR from Black Ops Cold War was nerfed, as well as a few other weapons, and Raven is looking into nerfing a couple of other things when it comes to Warzone here in the near future. So people are going to be looking for that next best weapon, and to be honest, I think this is the answer. Overall, the class is very, very simple, and I think it's going to work really well. Just swap it out with an assault rifle, maybe a marksman rifle, or even a sniper, depending on how you like to play. And then, of course, the perks and stuff on all that are all pretty similar. So we're going to cover all of that in this video. If you guys do enjoy these types of videos, if you want more content like this, please hit the like button. Please subscribe for future videos, as well as comment down below what you would like to see. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, I'm going to be honest, one thing that really worried me with this weapon going into it was I was really worried about how easy the recoil was going to be to control. I noticed when I was playing in Cold War that the recoil pattern was pretty up and down. I didn't have a lot of issues with vertical or horizontal recoil, but I know that the way that they make the guns for Warzone is a little bit different. They're balanced differently, so I was really concerned about the recoil in game. Now, surprisingly, it stayed pretty much the same. It was pretty vertical, not a lot of horizontal recoil, and it was pretty manageable, which is why I was able to get some surprising kills at mid-range distances. And to be honest, I think that's the thing that people are wanting to capitalize on the most, as well as time to kill with an SMG type weapon. To have a weapon to fill that SMG role, which was previously being filled by the FFAR, the PPSH, I think, is going to fill that role pretty well, because you can get kills at that mid-range, and you can get kills very fast. This thing obviously melts people. Now, throughout this video, I was obviously using a lot of stopping power rounds because they were everywhere when I was playing Plunder, but I did use this in a regular match, as well as a couple of Plunder games where I wasn't really experiencing that bad of a time to kill, especially the closer you got. Obviously, it shredded way faster, and I think that as weapons are being looked at and things are going through the rotation and more people are getting this gun completely maxed out, you're going to see this weapon kind of rise to the top. I think it will end up being one of those better weapons to use in Warzone. Now, I'm not super good with SMGs. It's not my preferred playstyle. I try to keep people at a distance. I want to play the long range game or longer range, especially in Warzone. So I'm definitely not the person who's going to be able to maximize the potential of this weapon, but I know that there's going to be a lot of people who, if you use this class, you're going to be able to just absolutely shred and hopefully get some more dubs for yourself in Warzone. So we can jump right into the class, starting off with the lethals and tacticals. I've been running a Semtex lately, and of course we have the heartbeat sensor. You know, there's a lot of other stuff you could run. You could run a thermite if you really wanted to, or a Molotov. A lot of people do. I stopped using C4s. I just didn't think they were that good. The perks, I use Cold-Blooded, Ghost, and Tune-Up. I use Tune-Up because I usually play with a friend, and I just like to have this for reviving them. It's the only real third perk that I really care about. All my classes, as far as the perks go, stay the same. The secondary, this is just on here as a placeholder. I always end up dropping this to pick up an assault rifle or a sniper rifle or something like that. I'm also very limited on what I can use right now because my other account got hacked, so a lot of the weapons that I had that were fully upgraded, all the attachments I don't have anymore, so I kind of have to be very picky on what I'm able to use. And then this, of course, is the PPSH class in and of itself. So going into the Gunsmith here, we'll start off with the muzzle. We've got the GRU suppressor, traps, gases to reduce muzzle climb and eliminate muzzle flash. That obviously helps with a lot of things. This is your go-to suppressor that you would use on a lot of weapons in both Cold War and the version of this that's in Modern Warfare. I think this kind of speaks for itself. There's not a whole lot of explaining that needs to be done here. And then with the barrel, we're using one that enhances the bullet velocity. I watched some videos that talked about the bullet velocity with this weapon. That is one of its biggest downfalls, is it doesn't have good bullet velocity. So definitely trying to enhance that as much as possible is important with this weapon. I went with that barrel in specific. There are other ones you could do. You could do this last barrel, and I'm sure that it would help a lot as well, but I just really was worried about the horizontal and vertical recoil, so I stuck with this one. Then with the underbarrel attachment, I have the Spetsnaz grip, again, just helping with that vertical and horizontal recoil. Wanted to make sure that I was able to stay away from that being an issue as much as possible. The magazine, I just went with the 55 round drum mag. You could change it up with more of this stuff in here. I just wanted to make sure that I still remained somewhat snappy with this weapon because I didn't know at the time how well it was going to be at longer distances. And I just feel like the 55 round drum mag gives you the ammo that you need, as well as still lets you, ADS quickly and be snappy with your shot. And last but not least, we have the GRU Elastic Wrap, which improves the flint resistance, ADS time, and aiming stability. All of these are pretty common sense. This one I think is a must-have in my opinion, just because, like I said before, you want to keep your shot as snappy as possible, be able to do as much as you possibly can while using this weapon. Now, like I said before, this gun is going to be optimal for a replacement for the FFAR or other SMG type builds that you are using that don't work as much right now, or just maybe you want to try something new. I would not try running this weapon as it being your primary gun to use, because the recoil is still there. There is still recoil. There is still a scenario in which if you're not careful, you can get thrown off with your shots very easily, and none of that is fun or something that you want to have to deal with. So definitely run this as like your secondary weapon. You're going through a building, you're in a small area on the map. Interiors specifically, this weapon handles very, very well. The one thing that I think that you have to be careful about with the current meta that's in Warzone is the Street Sweeper is still going to demolish this thing. So you want to try to stay at least somewhat of a distance away, even if you are in buildings, because of how prominent the Street Sweeper is right now. But I think that if you're able to play to the strengths of this weapon, you're going to find that you're going to have a lot of success with it. Keeping things close quarters, close to medium distance, not too close because of the Street Sweeper, utilizing the fire rate and just spraying people down as fast as you can, because it is a powerful weapon, and learning how to control that recoil pattern. I think you're going to find yourself with a really, really good just pocket SMG that you can pull out when you need to and use it to your advantage. But that's everything that I have for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please hit the like button, please subscribe, and comment down below what you'd like to see in the future. I do have some future ideas for some videos that are Warzone related. I would like to expand into a couple of other things on this channel and just try to get daily content out there for you guys. Anyways, deuces.